Hi guys, it's Tuesday and another check-in on our war with ourselves. Dun dun dun! If you haven't heard about poor frickin' Indonesia, it has actually been ravaged by earthquakes and tsunamis for a few days now. But most people haven't heard about it because they weren't actually reporting it on our news. All the other news people were reporting it, just not American news sites. So I'm glad that it's finally out there. Hopefully, I hope that our resources will be pooled to go help them, because it's certainly a recovery mode at this point. Recovery and rescue, I think, was the term that they put it, because you can't F with Mother Nature. Well, you can, but payback's a wench, Personally, let's see. Well, I ate, the equivalent of half a cow today. I've been hungry and hungry and hungry and hungry and hungry and hungry. So war with myself today was certainly about moderation. Also, I got my hair cut. I needed to, really, really badly. Touched up everything. So my war with myself was pretty much between, I really don't feel like doing anything but eating, and I really have a million things to do. Let's compromise and do half, because that's a really good compromise. You got to know when to push yourself, like when to eat everything and when to not eat everything. And I ate a lot, and I feel okay about that, because hormones. What a really strange point. I feel okay with that because hormones. Yeah. When we talk about war with ourselves, it's often about our perceptions about things which may be changing. My boss called me. A younger agent was sitting with a client that was actually mine, and I was asking me questions about her current policy, and I was like, why is there someone else sitting with my client? And he was like, well, your lead must have got sold or something. And I'm like, nothing about this sounds right to me. But I was like, you know what, if he sells something to her, no hard feelings, whatever, he's there, whatever. So turns out, as I previously knew, the woman is literally bipolar. She's on several medications, and it took us several tries because she had fibbed or forgotten to tell me about particular medications. So she got declined once, and we finally got her policy. And a boss ended up texting me, and he was like, he didn't end up selling your client a policy. And I was like, well, that's polite. Probably because she didn't want to talk to him, but whatever. And then I was like, you know what? I let go of that. If he wants my client, then let him have it. If that's the service that she needs is a new dude, then you know what? That's fine. She's a bit of a Looney Tune, but I adore her. She's a bit of a Looney Tune. But my war with myself was, my first instinct when my boss was asking me questions was, why are you letting a new kid steal my client? Basically, an established client who's been a client of mine for almost a year now at this point. I was like, I called her back, and she never called me back about changing her payment, essentially. So I know that he fibbed and probably told her, oh, yeah, just send us out. Yeah, it's fine. Just send us out to help you. Yeah, no big deal. Whatever, it's cool. And be like, no, it's not cool. And then I was like, you know what? She's one of my crazier clients. I'm okay. I'm okay with him taking my client. I think I'm okay with that. But I had to view it from a different mindset, because when you work on commission and someone steals your client, that's uncouth for a lot of reasons, especially when we're talking about within the same company. That's extremely negative. Like, basically, you're selling one agent out for another agent, which is not good business practice in general, especially when you're talking about selling them the same product. And like, you can't do that. You can't do that and still maintain agents. Like, you can't do that. And then I'm like, you know what? Maybe this is a sign. maybe I'm ready to close this chapter in my life. Maybe there's something better coming along that I need to be open-minded about. Maybe I just need to let go of this. So I was like, you know what? I'm not really aggravated about somebody else sitting with one of my clients, because I know that she's protected, and I know that I put her in a fantastic policy at the price point that she wanted. She called me about some financial difficulty, and it's temporary. So I'm like, just put off your payment for a month and catch up. It's not a big deal. You're all right. You're still covered. But to teach a new agent to stab an old established agent in the back is like douchebaggery 101. So like that upset me more than anything. But like, I'm like, okay, you know what? Take a deep breath. There are signs everywhere today. Let it go. So I'm more and more realizing that there's a lot of stuff pushing me out of the path that I thought I was going to be on for a long time. And I'm okay with that. But a lot of times we do that to ourselves, especially when we talk about relationships. That's right. Relationships. Being at war with ourselves about relationships. A lot of people become stagnant in a relationship. And it's not just necessarily one party's fault. It's usually both parties, because life gets busy. Life is life. It gets stressful. It gets tiring. It gets exhausting. It gets stressful. It's life, okay? It doesn't stay still. So unless you are both consistently making efforts to stay connected and move each other and your relationship forward, at some point, it's going to stagnate, because that's a lot of work. And sometimes one party is pushing it forward, sometimes another party is pushing it forward, and the other party is just like, you know what, I don't want this. It's time that people need to make decisions. So I was engaged to somebody, and I was like, why am I engaged to this person? I don't actually want to spend the rest of my life with this person, but I'm engaged to this person because I was told that I'm supposed to move out, get married, have kids. That was the story that I've been told since I was little. And I was like, I'm not happy. I don't see myself being happy for the rest of my life with this relationship. And so I got out of that relationship. And a lot of people were very shocked, which is strange if you think about it. People were like, well, what if you don't find anyone better? Be like, well, clearly you didn't know him that well, because anyway. But when we talk about dissolving marriages, that judgment level skyrockets. Absolutely. What do you mean you're getting divorced? Well, even if you're physically abusive, just go to church counseling, you'll be fine. There are a lot of reasons that marriages go bad, okay? And cheating is always a big one. Lying, drugs, alcoholism, abuse. And there are any kind of layers of abuse. There's a lot of reasons. And that's part of the reason why people tend to stay together, from what I hear, is that there are expectations. They're like, well, my mother would kill me if I broke it off with so-and-so, because, she's already naming our children. Be like, unless she's sleeping with your man and spitting out those children, she doesn't get those rights to your life. Nobody does. You do. Hold on to those. Oh, sorry, my allergies are just killing me today. So, go to war with yourself when we talk about where we stand on ideas, where we stand on relationships. Are we feeling stuck in just not saying, all right, that's it, I'm out? Are we feeling stuck in not saying, I'm willing to put in effort to make this right? Are we stuck in just surrounded by everyone else telling us what to think and do? So go to war with yourself over that. Absolutely. Continuously go to war with yourself over that. Because if you're not listening to yourself regarding something that is permanent, like marriage, or something that is having a major influence over your life, like a job or a relationship, and you really, really, really need to go to war with yourself and advocate for yourself. Make sense? Does that make sense? Okay. Sorry this got long. I love you guys. I'm going to try and upload these today. Got a big presentation. Woo woo. Gonna be awesome. I love you, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.